The Strait of Hormuz, also known as Bab el-Mandeb or the Gulf of Oman, is one of the world's most critical oil shipping routes. It connects the Persian Gulf to the Indian Ocean through the narrow strait between Iran and Saudi Arabia. This region has been a vital trade route for centuries due to its strategic location. The Strait of Hormuz plays a crucial role in global energy markets as it allows major oil carriers, including those from countries like Iraq and Kuwait, to transit their cargo directly into the Indian Ocean without having to stop at other Middle Eastern ports before reaching Europe. This is significant because most Western nations rely on imports from OPEC, Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, member states. The strait's unique position also makes it a highly contested area for various international powers and regional players, including countries like Iran, Saudi Arabia, the United States, China, Russia, India, Iraq, Kuwait, Qatar, Oman, Bahrain, and Yemen. Each nation has its own interests in this region, which can lead to tensions that rise above diplomatic relations. The strait's importance extends beyond energy. It also holds significant cultural value for many communities due to its maritime history and the presence of several major ports along its shores. However, despite these historical aspects, being a part of regional dynamics is often overshadowed by more pressing issues such as conflict over oil resources or disputes related to territorial claims. From an environmental perspective, the strait's activities have had negative impacts on marine ecosystems due to excessive pollution from ships and other vessels that pass through it. Overfishing in some areas has also been a concern for local fishing communities who rely heavily upon this rich marine life as their primary source of food supply. Despite these challenges and controversies surrounding its management, the strait remains an essential component of global oil transportation networks until now. Its operational characteristics have shaped maritime policies across several regions, including those related to safety regulations at sea, such as International Maritime Organization, IMO, directives for ship operation near international shipping lanes. Additional content: due to its extensive history and diverse nature, this topic demands a level of depth, context, understanding required by users that is beyond simple analysis or basic summarization. This content aims not only provide accurate information, but also explore the complexities surrounding it. A more in-depth look at human experiences on these shores often reveals aspects such as cultural differences among nations sharing borders with each other, and how local communities perceive their relationship to this region. Revised Structure 1 / Introduction. Brief overview of the strait's significance, importance for global energy markets, geopolitical interests, environmental concerns. Historical contextualization. The Strait of Hormuz, one of the busiest shipping lanes in the world, has been an important hub since ancient times. Located at the entrance to the Persian Gulf and connecting Europe with Asia via oil-rich Middle Eastern countries like Iran and Saudi Arabia, is it not? The region's strategic location makes it a crucial part of global energy markets. From 2006 to 2015, tensions over this critical waterway grew significantly due in large part because Iraq invaded Kuwait. This had significant implications for the strait as major powers such as Russia and China invested billions into infrastructure development along its shores to secure access from Asia or safeguard their own regional interests. Despite these efforts, however, the situation remained tense at best. In 2008, a severe standoff between Iranian authorities and Western nations brought tensions even higher, with Iraq officially taking control of Kuwait in February that year, leading Iran to block all oil exports through Dubai's port, which further crippled global supply chains. But this is not an isolated incident. Other incidents, like the alleged assassination attempt against Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, have sparked numerous diplomatic crises. A deeper analysis reveals a more complex web of interests at play here, with various stakeholders, including OPEC, Organization for Petroleum Exporting Countries, Russia, and China playing key roles in managing regional tensions. These nations control vast oil reserves within this region, which is critical to global energy markets as it accounts almost 20% by value. In recent years, the strait has witnessed several military exercises between Iran's naval forces with those of Saudi Arabia, a confrontation that would have potentially disrupted supply chains worldwide. Furthermore, these incidents demonstrate how strategic interests in one part of geopolitics can ripple out and impact others even further down this chain. The region faces severe environmental challenges like pollution from oil spills emanating off the coastlines, which threaten marine life, such as endangered species. Moreover, regional security is another critical issue, ensuring that all parties adhere to agreements stipulated by international bodies, maintaining peace through nonviolent means. The risk of a conflict escalating into an even larger war remains high due in part to long-standing ethnic tensions within countries neighboring the region like Iraq and Yemen. One should also consider cultural differences among nations sharing borders with each other, as well how local communities perceive their relationship towards this regional hub is multifaceted. Some view it positively, while others see its negative impact on economic development. The latter perspective underscores a need for careful diplomatic efforts to manage these perceptions effectively. Iran's relations with several neighboring countries have also been strained in recent years due largely because of disagreements over issues such as maritime borders, border disputes, and regional security concerns. However, there are ongoing attempts at diplomacy aimed by various organizations like the Organization for Security Cooperation, OSCE, or EU-sponsored peace talks. These initiatives hope to lay down a foundation that could lead towards more lasting solutions. The importance of addressing this complex issue cannot be overstated. It has significant implications not just on regional stability, but also global economic markets and security concerns. This analysis highlights how delicate the situation surrounding the Strait's strategic location is, emphasizing its potential impact due in large part to ongoing geopolitical tensions. The subsequent section will attempt a more detailed examination of these various aspects. In conclusion, we have explored several key factors contributing significantly towards this complex regional issue. Historical events like Iraq taking control of Kuwait, OPEC and Russia/China playing significant roles as energy market players, environmental pollution from oil spills, and security concerns stemming mainly out of ethnic tensions within countries bordering the region. The Strait of Hormuz is one of the world's longest natural waterways, stretching over 1,000 kilometers, 620 miles, through Iran and Oman. It connects the Persian Gulf to the Arabian Sea via the Gulf of Oman, providing an important shipping route between Europe and Asia. Historically, the strait has been a highly contested region due to its strategic importance in controlling maritime trade routes. The area is surrounded by several countries with competing interests. Iran wants control over the strait as part of its territorial claims. Iraq seeks to expand its influence within the Gulf Cooperation Council, GCC, and increase access to oil reserves. Oman aims to maintain regional stability through diplomatic efforts. The strait's significance extends beyond geopolitics, too. The Strait of Hormuz length, 10.0 minutes equivalent. Approximately 3/4 through, the Straits of Hormuz is one of the most contested and strategically significant waterways in the world's oceans, located at the mouth between Iran's Persian Gulf province, south, and Oman's Arabian Peninsula territory, northeast. The geographical location here makes it a crucial point for sea lanes connecting major global shipping routes. For decades, various parties have claimed sovereignty over this strategic region, ranging from local maritime interests to international powers engaged in regional politics. One prominent example is the 1992 Iran-Iraq War that left deep scars on relations between two nations. However, much progress has been made since then regarding negotiations and eventual disarmament agreements. The Strait of Hormuz's value extends beyond its geographical position. It serves as an essential artery for global oil supplies, transporting approximately a fifth of all petroleum consumed globally. The flow through this narrow waterway is crucial not just from the perspective of energy markets, but also geopolitics. As international tensions continue to rise in various parts, many nations are keenly interested in controlling access and trade routes that pass by or near Iran's territorial waters, which would significantly impact oil exports for regions reliant on global supply chains. While efforts have been made through negotiations between major powers such as the U.S.-Iran Agreement, 2015, some of these challenges persist. Despite this, there are more pressing issues in other parts of the world that demand our attention and energy resources. a well-studied example being Africa's growing economies struggling to secure access for essential supplies. It is also worth noting how regional politics continue to affect global affairs through actions like trade embargoes, which can significantly influence supply chains. To better understand Iran, its neighbors or other nations in the region have gained insight into their country and people. One thing stands out: a rich cultural heritage that has evolved over centuries influenced by various historical periods with diverse influences from around the world, including Arab culture. This is why it's essential to look beyond superficial interactions between governments alone when trying to understand complex regional issues like those found in the Middle East. Despite numerous diplomatic efforts, there are still strong contenders for any potential new developments on this critical waterway, a point that has drawn international attention and raised concerns about global security risks.